Big bombastic, Tim, go for it.
Big bombastic, Tim, go for it. 168th episode of SEDDY BIMCO, Part 2, The Revenge. And guess what we're doing? You know what we're doing, George.
I know what we're doing.
Our country's on fire, so we're visiting other countries for the next maybe 3 months or so. Till the holidays.
Or until our country ends, whichever happens first.
It's International BIMCO.
Yeah. BIMCO on tour.
Foreign fall is good, but as I said, everybody in the world listens to SEDDY BIMCO, and then we're saying foreign. So I don't know. People in Italy.
That's a good point.
Oh, but this week from 1988, I'll get to the song.
Uh-huh.
It's Ratman. Italian. I know George is going to get me for something. It was kind of filmed in Italy, but also in the Dominican Republic a bit.
Well, it's an Italian production in the Dominican Republic. Cross off two with one stroke. How's that?
Yep. And I always ask an age-old question about revenge, George.
Oh, I forgot we do this.
Hey, did the nudist camp ever get revenge on Donald Duck for becoming a member, but always refusing to take his shirt off? Man, he's a weirdo.
That's true. And then we all know he's not naked if he has the shirt on.
Right.
It's SEDDY BIMCO Part 2, The Revenge. The show where we create revenge sequels that nobody wanted.
SEDDY BIMCO Part 2, The Revenge. We're gonna decide at the end whether this show needs a revenge sequel or not. Sometimes yes. Sometimes I have reasons for no.
I thought we were fully back to just doing revenge sequels.
Well,
we're just drifting. We're in the wind.
But sometimes I might list reasons why it shouldn't have one. And it's pretty much. You're going to hear cool stuff at the end of this.
Yeah. Are we?
Yeah.
Don't write checks you can't cash, Tim.
Do you want to tell the audience anything, like who you met at Terrificon, or you don't want to talk about that?
I went to Terrificon, Tim.
Yeah? Who'd you meet?
Yep. I met Jerry Ordway.
No, come on. The person that the audience will know.
All right, folks, here's the thing. So, recently, as you may or may not know, Tim and I are professional cartoonists. Tim Hamilton, my co-host, New York Times best-selling New Yorker cartoonist. Give him a round of applause, everybody.
Yay.
And myself, George O'Connor. And so, sometimes when you just make comics all day, you kind of forget that you love comics, right? Mm-hmm. And I certainly do. But, Tim has forgotten terminally. There's no help.
There
was a glimmer of hope for me. So a friend of the show, Foofy, real name not used, got in touch with me. He's like, hey, let's go to this show, Terrificon. It's at the Mohegan Sun, which is like a Native American reservation casino. And it was like, it's like a 3-hour drive from where we live. So we set out on this day. Yeah, it was a rich, full day. And we went there and we're real fanboys. Just like forgot for a day that we were cartoonists and just like kind of went around. And I got a picture with Joseph Rubinstein. Look that one up. But the really exciting news was that Karen Allen was there.
Nice.
And if you've ever seen Raiders of the Lost Ark or let's say Starman or
I forget her
Animal House.
Ah, yeah.
She's been in a lot of big movies, but like she is Marion Ravenwood from Raiders of the Lost Ark. And if you've listened to this podcast, you know that's my favorite film. You may also know that's my wife's favorite film. So I went and got a photo taken with Karen Allen that I gave to my wife. Yes.
It's a physical one you gave to your wife. You wouldn't put it on the SEDDY BIMCO blog because it's for your wife.
Oh, you know what? No, I'm sorry. There's two things. I got her to sign a picture. Karen Allen signed a picture of her as Marion Ravenwood to my wife. And there is a photo I could put on. I have digital photos of me. And this is what's really cute, Tim. So for Halloween this past year, my wife and I dressed up as Indy and Marion. Okay. So I actually called up on my phone because my wife couldn't be there, a little picture of her dressed up as Marion. So she's in the picture with me and Marion.
You were the 100th person to come up with and you had to call up a picture on your phone. Like, here I am dressed as Indiana Jones.
I will say she thought it was quite clever.
I'm sure.
And Marion said that I was posing with her. I think I got points for being like, clearly the guy who was being very devoted to his wife there. Because other guys, they were like, I love you and I want to lick your toes. So lick your toes. It was nobody said that within earshot, but we know we've all been to Comic Cons. We know the people.
While you waited in line, did you hear everybody go, she's my goddamn partner? and then take a
Well,
picture.
that's what she wrote
Really?
to my wife. It was great because, I get up there and beautiful woman, like she looks amazing for her age. She looks amazing for any age.
Yeah.
Super duper nice, really sweet, very engaging. We were chatting for a bit and I'm like, so I really want you to sign this picture to my wife because she doesn't care about my interest normally or my nerdiness, but this is the one thing she was really sad about, or me in general, really at all. And she said, well, what should I write? I'm like, I don't know, something really Marion-y. And Marion like kind of slaps her hand down, looks at me, she goes, how about I write, I'm your goddamn partner? I'm like, that's the most perfect thing to write. No, I'm being totally serious. It was pretty great.
Yeah.
And so it says to bleep that out, put in a bleep.
Okay.
To wife of George, I'm your goddamn partner. And then signed it. She didn't sign it Marion because she's actually not Marion. She's Karen Allen, but she signed it Karen Allen.
Wow.
It's pretty cool.
I thought she would have written, I love you, Starman.
I thought she would have written, I smoked a big fat doobie with Donald Sutherland.
Is she the one in the scene who gives the hand job? Who is that?
No. She is...
talking about Animal House.
Yeah. In Animal House, she is the girlfriend of, I want to say his name is Otter. He's one of the main characters. But she ends up having an affair with Donald Sutherland, who is the professor who smokes weed.
It's been a while. Not to be confused with the hand job in Raiders. So just so people aren't confused.
And not to be confused with the hand job in Ratman.
Right. You want to talk about Ratman? We travel the world, and this is Italy.
Italy with the stopover in the Dominican Republic. An Italian production in the Dominican Republic. Let's just say it for what it is.
I thought George was going to ream me for that. Because at first I was like, wait, it's Italy. And then later I'm like, wait, Dominican Republic.
I will say this, Tim. I reserve the right because as we do our world tour, the thing that's awesome about Italy is it has a pretty healthy film industry.
Yeah.
Occasional co-host Kevin Cablasto even has a whole podcast devoted to the spaghetti westerns they did.
Him and
I think
Yoli,
we should be able to him and Yoli. Well, is she a co-host?
Yes. Oh,
of
sorry.
This podcast?
I'm just mentioning her. Just mentioning her.
I wasn't. Look, they should be fucking happy I'm mentioning their shitty podcast at all.
Hey, rather
podcast is great.
Rather mention theirs than that Jack Kirby podcast.
Whoa! Are we feuding with them because they will destroy us?
We established this last week.
Oh, we did, but no, it's been weeks since we recorded. We've had so many feuds, Tim. There's the on again, off again. I think it's on again, Bat and Spider feud.
Mm-hmm. They appear.
Yeah, the only reason I could see really to feud with Kevin Cablasto, that side of, well, he's given information. He used his insider status to give information and even characters to Rat and Spider.
Rat and Spider.
I said Rat and Spider.
Rat and Spider.
Accident. Wow. Apropos. Anyway, long story short, I reserve the right to revisit Italy because Italy is just so much great schlock horror and stuff. And for us this is a pretty good schlock horror. Mm-hmm. But Italy gets hit twice is what I say if something comes up. Yep.
You and your rules.
I got rules, buddy.
You know what I'm returning to, George? What? Odd Laws. They're so great. I got some Italian Odd Laws. What?
Oh, wait, but Tim, this film is not filmed in Italy.
We're doing Italy. Odd Laws in Italy.
This is the Dominican Republic, an Italian production of the Dominican Republic.
So in Italy, guess what?
What?
No goldfish bowls. After a successful campaign by animal rights activists, they passed a law in Rome banning all typical round goldfish bowls because experts claim it doesn't supply the fish with enough oxygen in that shape.
Do you remember that at my wedding in Rome, we were planning on giving out round goldfish bowls to everybody?
But the fish were dead.
And the Carabinieri came in with machine guns and blew them all to hell.
What the hell?
Yeah.
I thought they're just...
Guess you forgot that part. You got hit a few times in the head with heavy objects. Yeah.
But here's a good one. No dead people on board. It's unclear why this law came about. No, I'm going to tell you. The rule is pretty clear. If you intend to drive with a corpse in your car, please ensure it has health insurance. Otherwise, you could be fined up to 3,000 euros.
I want to know what sort of health insurance you get for a corpse. famous Italian horror film Zombie. Maybe that's connected. Maybe they know something we don't about the undead.
Oof. And the last one, no touching yourself. 2008, Italy's Supreme Court ruled that men who touch their genitals in public, even to readjust or scratch, will be committing a criminal offense.
Yikes.
Even though touching your trouser in that area is said to ward away bad luck.
Ratman.
That's why George is always touching himself, I guess.
That's why.
So there's some
pretty good.
Fun
now,
laws.
how about Tim? How about some for the Dominican Republic?
This is Rome. This is Italy. I mean, Italy.
Mm-hmm.
Did you look up any? Europe? It's up to you if you want to talk about any facts about Italy.
I didn't actually do. I have some facts about the movie. It didn't even occur to me to do for the country.
Okay.
So here, the movie is 1988's Ratman.
It is.
No, the Ratman in the United States.
Okay.
Did you see what its fucking tagline was?
No, I did not see that. I must have missed it.
It's on IMDb, and this is for real. He's the critter from the shitter.
Is that for real?
For the American version, yeah. It was directed by a guy named Giuliano Carnameo. I looked him up at IMDb. He did a lot of films. Most of them sound like they could be the sort of thing we do in SEDDY BIMCO, but I didn't recognize any titles offhand.
No?
I'm also going to read you the IMDb synopsis of this film, which is wrong in multiple points.
Ooh.
And I'm going to public shaming Tim. Humberto Amador, who wrote this for IMDb, you're a hack, and I'm on to you that you're making shit up. All right? Here's what he wrote. A maniac butchers a fashion model on a Caribbean island and leaves the body to be eaten by rats. That's already wrong.
That's wrong.
The model's sister suspects something isn't quite right with the police investigation and investigation spelt wrong, and decides to go snooping on her own. With her friend Fred, their investigations, again spelt wrong, lead them to an unknown part of the island where they discover a monstrosity of a rat-like man. The creature is killed by Fred, but the true horror of its nature is just beginning. That's all wrong.
It is.
That's like some dope.
They got Fred's name right.
Humberto Amador. Here's what I'm going to say. I think he did. I think Humberto Amador went to one of those sites. It's like Mr. Skin or something where they just list all the nude scenes. Looked at the nude scenes and kind of pieced together what this movie was.
Really?
From that.
From the nude scenes?
That's what I think. Just from the nude scenes.
Jesus. Did the main woman who we see naked quite a bit, her name is Eva Grimaldi.
Eva Grimaldi, yeah.
Do you know what she's famous for? Before this?
I know her name. I know I've seen her and stuff before, but I don't remember what.
Well, I don't know if this is what she's famous for, but she appeared in a Italian adult entertainment magazine called Playmen. It's the Italian Playboy. Started by a woman, so good for her.
Hey, nice.
Started by Adelina. She was a mother of 3, and she's like, I'm going to start this magazine. Put my naked friends in it.
I mean, nice. I know that Eva Grimaldi is a pretty well-known Italian star of the 80s. Like, I guess, I don't know if they have the B movie. She's been in a lot of horror films I've seen, and she's known for being naked in them.
Yep, I can see that.
And guess what? Kevin Cablasto, occasional co-host.
She's naked.
She's naked in this one a bit. First, it was almost subtle when it happened. Then it was definitely not subtle.
So...
All right, so let's talk about the real movie, Tim, now that Humberto Amador has been exposed as the fraud he is.
I want to say something about Nelson de la Rosa. He was Mousy. That's his name in this movie.
Jesus Christ.
But did you recognize who he was? What famous movie he was in?
He was from Island of Dr.
Yes,
Moreau.
That's...
so you brought this up. Let's just get this out in the open. This movie is problematic.
Well... I don't know. They didn't do anything.
No, Tim. So, what's his name? Manuel de la Rosa?
Nelson de la Rosa.
Nelson de la Rosa is a man who suffers, or no, it's not suffers. Let's say it's not suffer. Who had the condition known as Seckler's disease, which is a type of dwarfism. He's one of the smallest humans ever recorded. Something like 20, like he's like about 2 foot tall, we'll say.
He's 2 feet 4 inches, it says on
2 feet 4 inches. He is very tiny. He's if you've ever seen the Island of Dr. Moreau with Val Kilmer and
Marlon Brando.
Marlon Brando's not been in the show. We just talk about him a lot. He plays like a little Does he play a rat guy in that too?
No. It's more problematic, I think, that movie, because Marlon's like, I like this little guy. Put him in every scene with me. That's what I heard. That's what I read happened.
Jeez.
That's weird to be like, I like you, little guy. I just want you around me.
Holy shit, that reminds me of something I kept open to read you.
Oh.
Did I close it?
Closed your tabs. We could watch that Island of Dr. Moreau. It is an American production, though. It's in Australia. Filmed in Australia.
I mean, we'll see. Hold on. Nelson, I want to find this thing because that's upsetting to hear that great proponent of civil rights.
Well, that's what I read.
Seeming like
he just liked him.
I believe it though. I think he's a huge asshole.
He got weird when he got old.
I think he was an asshole by the time Superman came out. Like he was already the worst. I'm like, what an insufferable piece of shit.
It was that problematic. I forgot. He kind of surprisingly sexually assaulted a woman on screen with.
He's a bad guy. So here's another thing. This is the star of this movie, the titular Ratman.
Mm-hmm.
De La Rosa, this is under his Wikipedia under life. De La Rosa befriended then Boston Red Sox pitcher and fellow Dominican Pedro Martinez, who began to take De La Rosa to games as a good luck charm during the 2004 Major League Baseball playoffs.
Vaguely remember that.
That's just fucked up. Remember there was an episode of Seinfeld where like there's a basketball player who keeps rubbing George's head or something?
I don't remember that.
His bald head. I think it's Seinfeld. Maybe it's another show. Anyway.
I just saw this. This fits into the show because if we're talking about inappropriate. Saw another little podcast that was into classic advertisements. I don't know if you remember this, but there was a time that Dunkin' Donut put out Dunkin' mini donuts. And they used, what was his name? Vasquez from Fantasy Island.
Mini donuts, mini muffins.
But he said, the plane, I want the plane donut. That's what he said in the ad.
God.
And he gave the man tiny money to buy the tiny donuts. Yeah. So
what is his name? Herb Velasquez?
Yes. Something like that.
The guy from
Fantasy Island.
Yeah. Anyway, Fantasy Island.
I was like, oof.
Tim, this could be a long episode.
It's okay. Tim. We'll get there.
So here's the thing, man. Like this Ratman guy, like he's just an unusual looking person due to Sackle syndrome. Good for him for making a career out of this. Yeah. He died very young. I guess that the conditions of this are, I mean, I don't think you have a great life expectancy when your form has been that far deviated from the norm, to say it delicately.
I bet he was married and had a kid though.
He did. Yeah. He had a kid. He was married. But this movie feels
good for him for getting
exploitative at best.
I feel bad for him because he's very weak. Because when he attacks people, you can tell people are shaking him, pretending like he's attacking them. You know, that's why I feel bad for him because he's just he's very tiny.
It's a choice to make the main monster in your film someone who Chucky could pick up over his head and spin around. Like he's a very tiny person.
It would have been better with a puppet, I think.
Yeah, but.
This movie gets right into it. There's no setup.
Right away.
It's just a doctor.
The first bit, in the opening scene, we have Dr. M. You get it? His name is Dr. M. He's doing a voiceover, and he goes, "I have introduced the sperm of a rat to the ovum of a monkey." I'm like, all right, so right off the bat, buddy, we have a problem with this should not be called Ratman.
I know. Did it say monkey?
Rat monkey?
I thought it said human. I forgot.
No, he says monkey. That's why he keeps making monkey noises when he attacks.
That's right. I just figured they're monkey.
This adds to how upsetting this is.
Should be rat chimp
for this actor.
Yes.
Call it rat monkey. Don't you're describing an entire monkey class onto it's just weird. And he wears clothes, which again. If he is a rat monkey, why is he wearing clothes? I'm not saying I want to see Nelson running around naked the whole time, but given that the extent of makeup they put on him was to give him actually surprisingly good-looking fangs.
Yeah.
So we also discover in this voiceover, which I will swear to you is probably not anywhere in the original Italian bit of the film, his bite causes instant leptospirosis.
What's that?
It's an actual real condition. You could get a deadly condition from bacteria. It's a thing you have to worry about. But I think that whoever dubbed this from Italian was like how Tim said, the man who played the monster is so tiny. He's like the size of a doll.
Because when we see him in opening scene, he's in a bird cage.
He's just literally sitting in a bird cage.
I felt terrible for him.
He's a tiny little person, and there's no feasible way He kills. This is one of the highest body counts of a monster film we've done in SEDDY BIMCO. He kills like a dozen people. And so I'm like, I think they were like, how does this little tiny guy who you could just pick up and throw at a window or kick to the ceiling? He's so little. Like, how does he kill it? Oh, he's got a bite.
Yes.
Because we never see any. He doesn't even kill half the people with bites. He kills them with this weird little claws.
He's just like a werewolf. Claws him to death. Oh, no. Doesn't use those teeth.
Right. So we see two guys enter a room. There's one guy who's Dr. M. He's wearing a white suit, just like Dr. Moreau did in that movie. Right. And there's another guy who's just wearing like a Hawaiian shirt. Yep. He's like I just call him the associate.
He's the assistant.
And there's this little person, Nelson, named Mousy. Again, not a very scary name for your monster. No. How about Ratty? How about Monkey Man?
Yes.
How about anything? Mousy's just sitting there in a bird cage, and he's sitting there. He's kind of smiling. This bird cage is way too small for him. Like he fits in a bird cage.
Where's he poop?
Where does he stand up? Yes. He can't even stand. He just sits there, and like they're kind of like poking at the cage, and like the doctor's like, "This is going to." I actually wrote he has big time Bullock vibes from Raiders of the Lost Ark, tying it all together. Right. He's like, "This is going to give me a Nobel Prize. I can't wait." I made a horrible. Well, that's mean to Nelson, but yes. I perverted nature by making a rat monkey and put it in clothes. Hey. I'm going to take it to Geneva. I want you to burn all the rats that he's grown from, apparently. And he's like, okay. And the guy, so it's like, don't you think he's grown too strong? And he's like, yeah, tell me about it. And the scene ends. And at this point, this is just upsetting.
It is.
Maybe don't keep him in a fucking bird cage, because then the opening credits start and we just see the bird cage is torn apart. He's escaped.
No setup, a little setup, but
I mean,
could have had some suspense.
Said, Tim, did it? There was suspense.
No, I said it could have had suspense.
It could have had, it could have had, I don't know, shadows. Everything we just mentioned was filmed in like middle light in just a blank room, like.
So
this movie had like what, 2 sets? It had the doctor's house, it had the quote unquote abandoned village
and the beach.
That's it.
We're at then we go to the beach.
There was a couple scenes that were supposed to be an airport, but we would only ever see like it looked like an outside bar.
Fake airport.
Oh, it was so fake. All right.
Well, ladies, and there's the man. He's maybe taking pictures.
We're on a beach now.
He's taking pictures for Playmen magazine, maybe.
Yeah, he looks like Flea a little bit.
I thought he looked like a sickly. I wrote it down. Peter Fonda. I don't know. That's what I thought. There's somebody peeping at them. It looks like it's Ratman, I guess, right?
No, because see Ratman.
Sorry.
Yeah. This is a bit when like you realize like, okay, this film, like we do see somebody peeking at these models, and like the models are just wearing bathing suits at this point, so it's not like, and like they're 80s tastic, but like they're pretty hot, especially Ava. I was like, wow.
Judge these
we
girls,
see little
George.
boobs here, Cablasto.
Yeah, their tops start to fall off.
Just slide off. They don't come off all the way yet. You seem like, oh look, that's why it's like almost subliminal. I'm like, wait a second.
Yeah.
Is that these boobs out?
Yep.
And while this peeping Tom is watching, who's just like, we just suddenly have a shot of like what seems like maybe the Mousy is garroting him, like choking with a wire.
Yeah. That's the first time. Only time he did that.
Only time he's using a tool like that. And then I don't know, the models switch out. Another one's in the water.
It's confusing because the models take more photographs. Then they look at the rocks and it looked like a dead body. What was it?
I rewound it to see, because it was like a woman. One of the women just starts screaming like, "Oh!" I'm like, "What?" And like you see something. So I rewound it and looked. It is a bloody skull in the sand.
Yes. So we're like, is this a new body? Is that the guy who just got killed? I don't know.
I mean, okay, if this is the body that just got killed, Mousy ate him very, very fast and dragged him over there. But I'm going to assume it's a different guy.
He is part monkey. He could have eaten that face off.
He is part monkey, although you don't know it from the name of Ratman.
So I think it ends there, and they go to a bar, and they're like, shouldn't we call the police? And the photographer's like, no, too much trouble. I need to take pictures of you naked ladies.
The line, I actually wrote it down because it was so ridiculous.
What did he say?
Wouldn't it be good to call the police? Why? I'm not in the mood to talk to police about a guy who could have been there for months. I'm like, wow.
And he had did you hear this, George? Because he says, I want you up early to take pictures. And the woman, I rewound it 3 times. She says, you're like a slave driving black man. And I'm like, what does that even mean? She says that. Do you know what that means?
She says black.
A slave driving black man.
And I'll point out, he was not black,
No.
nor was she. So that's problem.
I never heard that insult, people.
No,
write in.
I heard,
Cablasto, write in. What's that mean? You say that all the time.
There's these 2 models. I learned later there's 3.
These 2 are Marlis and Peggy. I wrote it down.
Yeah, they're both blonde.
Hate this.
Now, it's funny you say Marlis, because I did see on IMDb, on Wikipedia, she's called Marlis. But they're definitely not calling her Marlis in this
It sounds
movie.
like Marilyn sometimes, right?
Yeah, they're calling her Meryl.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's probably the original Italian. She's called Marlis, and they dumped it. And the other lady whose name I never really learned, one of the other lady, Peggy, is from New York City. She mentions this about 5 times in 3 seconds. She's wearing an American flag hat. They really want you to know she's in New York. She keeps like, I'm going back to New York tomorrow. And the other lady who says the horribly questionable thing about the slave driving black person, she's like, I'm here for 3 more days.
Yeah, she wants to get back to New York, where the only dead bodies you see are in Tompkins Square Park, where they belong.
Yeah, but they do get eaten by rats, ironically. And then they're back at a hotel all of a sudden, and we see a couple below, and it's some chairs and a pool. And I didn't realize that until much later. I'm like, who the fuck are these 2?
It doesn't matter.
And well, it only matters in that it introduces a 3rd model or assistant named Monique.
Yeah.
Who wasn't in the previous scene, does appear later. I don't think even has a talking line.
Nope.
But she's kind of in a relationship with Mark.
Yeah.
And I say kind of because even though we see them kissing, and there's even a line of dialogue that Marla says, it goes, do you think there's anything going on between Mark and Monique?
Has nothing to do.
Nobody gives a shit. It has just nothing to do with anything. Again, I think we're losing stuff in translations here.
Maybe. Yeah.
So New York girl's saying like, I can't wait to get back to New York because New York, New York, New York. And then New York with the New York, New York, New York. And she goes, but before I go, I have a hot date tonight. Seems weird to have a hot date the morning before. Right. Like she's leaving early in the morning.
Peggy.
And Peggy, and she's like, I need to borrow your little black dress for this hot date.
Oh, that's right.
I was like, sure. Well, that's important for the plot.
It is.
Then
I just realized that too. It's important.
Well, they actually say they do say it later, but I guess if you're not paying a lot of attention, it was kind of hard to understand bits. Then we see Mark in the dark room. He's developing the pics he took at the beach today. He's talking on the phone to Monique, who I guess she speaks only when she's not actually on camera. And then in one of the pics, there's some sort of blurry, indistinct shape in a tree behind it.
He's looking at it.
And
could you see it?
No,
I couldn't see it either.
And I paused it even. There was a shape. I'm like, okay, I know we're supposed to be looking at Ratman or Mousy or whatever the fuck, but you can't see it. It's about as convincing and clear as an actual quote unquote Sasquatch photo.
What I saw, George, I saw a puff of smoke coming up from the grassy knoll. That's what I saw in that photograph.
Oh, and was there a guy with an umbrella?
Yeah.
All right, nice. Tim, I'm very proud that you got in your JFK reference. Your JFK assassination reference.
Always.
All right, so next we see the New York City girl riding in a car. It's at night.
It's a taxi or something.
She's in a taxi. The taxi goes over, you know those spikes that you go over into a parking lot?
Is that what he did?
If you go the wrong way. He goes over the wrong way and just immediately blows his tire up biblically.
I didn't see that. I just thought he had another flat.
It's huge spikes. It's so funny.
Well.
And he's like, well.
You got to walk.
Got a flat. You're going to have to walk or take a bus.
But
And she's like, you can't fix it. He's like, this is the 3rd flat today. I'm
like. You're like, Tim will have a list for this.
Did you?
Yes.
Let's hear it.
Why did this guy have 4 flats in one night? That's my list.
Okay. Let's hear it.
He was driving his dead grandmother around in his car without proper insurance, so he had to keep to the side roads that were paved with broken pottery.
Yeah. Good thing he was actually in the Dominican Republic, not Italy, where this was. That's actually a law.
I like to think this is a town in Italy.
You could like to think that.
He likes variety. It's boring having sex with the same tire all night.
Oh, so he has some sort of weird duck-like barbed penis? Or cat? Is it cats or ducks that are the barbs? I think it's cats.
Yeah. You got 6 of them,
Tim,
George.
you know a lot about animal penises.
Yes. Ducks have the corkscrew.
Okay, so cats have corkscrews. No, barbs.
He usually has 6 flat tires, but the 2 tires he has sex with in the back seat were stolen. There you go. Oh, also, there was a special on holy tires at the church this week. Yeah, just stick that in. Stick that bad pun in there.
Stinks. Take that one out. Take it out and throw it back in the trash.
So she walks through this terrible-looking neighborhood in the dark.
Yeah, I want to describe what she looks like, too. She's dressed in the black dress. She's got on
red shoes.
Some very bright red shoes, and around her neck, a string of Martha Wayne pearls.
How'd you know? You just making that up? Martha Wayne pearls?
You know who Martha Wayne is.
Yeah, she's famous for making
Batman's mom. Batman.
Okay.
Batman's mom.
Oh, Martha Wayne. All right.
Martha Wayne pearls, yes.
What'd I say?
You said Martha Wang?
Yes.
I think you're talking Vera Wang.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. Is she really?
Cool.
Is Vera Wang famous for? Yeah. Good one, Tim.
Good one, George.
And so she's walking. She's hearing like these monkey noises. She looks in this window, apparently just in time to see a bloody woman's body being dragged away.
Yeah. That's
what we see. But her reaction is not appropriate to that.
No.
If I'm walking down the street in a scary ass neighborhood, I hear a monkey noise. I look in and I see a woman being dragged off by something. I'm like, let me start running.
Yeah.
Then just weird because I'm like, what's going on? We look down the street and there's some guy walking slowly towards her, and he's not a little monkey man. He's wearing pants and shirt and like shoes and stuff. And she like ducks into this empty dark house, the same fucking house that she saw the body being dripped away from. I think.
I couldn't tell.
Like, bad choice of hiding spot.
This movie.
The reason I say that because the house is covered with blood everywhere.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. She steps in blood in her foot because she lost her shoe. And
she left her one shoe outside.
The guy behind her cuts it up.
He picks up his knife. He's got a big old knife. He's cutting her shoe up, and then he's dragging his blade along every surface. He's going after her. I'm like, oh. So I'm watching this thinking, I'm like, okay, so what's going to happen is this random murderer on the street, this psycho, is going to be about to kill her, and then the monkey man is going to kill her. Kill him.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah, that would have been in a movie that was like made more sensical, like in a more sensical way. That's what happened. So the scary guy follows her into the house, and she's hiding in a wardrobe
closet.
Everything in this house is covered with blood because she again ducked into her house that seconds ago she saw something being dragged off, like a bloody woman being dragged off,
and she hears something on the floor and the squeaking.
Yeah, while she's in the closet, uses her bare foot to pick up a cloth, and there's like, I guess we see his eyes.
It was like fake eyes, really. It wasn't his eyes.
Fake eyes. It wasn't him. And Ratman comes out.
But she drops her pearls, and that guy had hurt her.
That's why it's the Martha Wayne pearls.
Yep.
Oh, that was a good scene. She breaks her pearls, and they go drop, drop, drop. Because he was about to leave, and he's about to go get her, but then she's getting killed by the Ratman inside the closet. So he's just like pieces out. He just nopes out of there.
He gets to live.
The murderer, she was just doomed.
Yeah.
Like, if she hadn't been killed by the monkey man, she would have been killed by the murderer. And the monkey man kills her. You see, it's like his little fake hand just like slowly pressing into her leg, going, ah! And then, like...
This movie's not kind to women.
No, this movie's pretty rough on women. One would say there's a misogynist streak in this film, Tim.
You might say that.
And then it's the next day. We're at an airport. It's two people we never saw before. And by airport...
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not an airport. It's like kind of a wall. And we're told it's an airport.
It's Fred and Terry. I know their names. I wrote them down. I'm excited. I wrote their names down.
Oh, I never got the woman's name. I only got Fred Williams because he introduced himself. He's like, I'm Fred Williams. What's your name? He's like, what brings you here? She goes, I'm going to a morgue. He's like, whoa. They share a cab together.
Well, they're going to fight about it, but he's like, we'll share it. And she's like, as long as you don't get any wrong ideas.
Yep.
You know what kind of wrong ideas she thought?
What, Tim?
May have.
Let's hear it.
The wrong idea she was thinking of was eating kimchi during the ride.
Weird one.
Showing her one of his moles that looks suspicious.
But how would she know if she'd never seen that same mole before?
Suddenly mentioning he's bringing along his dead grandmother for the ride without the proper insurance papers.
So. Man, again, luckily this is actually the Dominican Republic and not Italy.
It's a little town in Italy.
It's not, though. Is that all of them?
Yeah. I do 3. Oh. I tell you that every week. Sometimes there's an extra bad one.
You literally just did 4 a second ago with your tire thing.
You and your memory.
You and your ability to pay attention to things that happen around you.
Were you hoping Ratman would fall in love with that girl in the closet? Is that what you're hoping? And we'd have a love story?
Honestly, in my brain, You know how like I kind of thought it would be like a thing where like she took pity on him and was trying to hide him from the doctor, and he was still doing murders.
Better story.
But he was like gonna be a friendly thing. Yeah. Instead, no. Like the Ratman is just.
And I want to say, I'm not sure the geography of this movie. Seems like it's one town, but Ratman gets wherever Ratman needs to be. It has no car.
Man,
he's just everywhere.
It is weird. It is weird. Ratman is wherever he needs to be, and we do have relatively frequent scenes of characters driving from place to place. So it's drivable distance, which brings me to a point I need to bring up. Tim, did you notice the vehicles in this movie?
Well, one was a Jeep. There's
a red pickup.
Yes.
And there's a white car.
Yes.
And multiple people drive these things.
Okay. I didn't notice that.
The production only had a white. The reason it has so many flats, really, the white car, is because they used it for 4 different vehicles. And the red pickup is something we see. We see both Dr. M's associate riding in this red pickup.
And the photographer?
And the photographer.
Yeah.
They have this. It's like, if you're going to choose it, and I wouldn't have noticed the white car thing if it hadn't been the fact that the red pickup was so distinctive, which made me then go back and look. I'm like, yeah, sure enough, they're using 2 goddamn cars for every vehicle in this movie.
Nice.
Yep. So we didn't actually say this, but the woman at the airport is the sister of the New York City model who has been killed. And so she's at the morgue, and Fred Williams has tagged along because now they're friends.
That's weird. You just meet someone.
Why not just have them know each other beforehand, right? And so like, I just met you at the airport. Let me go view you. Let me go as you view your dead sister.
Yes.
And they pull open the
drawer, the freezer,
drawer, and it's the woman we've saw, the New York City lady, but
it's not her sister.
That's not actually her sister.
Nope.
Because the dress she was wearing had the other girl's name in it.
That's right.
So she's like, that's not my sister. She's all messed up, like her face has been chewed on by rats, but we know why. So it's like this kind of like ultimate like bait and switch dick move.
Right.
It's like, your sister's dead. Surprise, she's not really dead. And the cops are like, well, don't worry, we caught the murderer, which I guess was the maniac with the knife.
So, yeah.
Yeah, but we never see anything of that. And she's like, Mo, my dad's a senator, and he's gonna be mad at you for making this mistake. And then Fred Williams is like, and I'm a mystery writer. I'm going to write rude things about you. It's like, what?
The cops are like, we have to follow facts, sir. We're not a writer like you. Because they hate the cops in this movie.
They hate the cops. This movie, as rough as this movie is on women, this movie is really rough in the Dominican Republic.
The cops, yeah.
Like, this is not something that would be shown. Like, this is probably not on like the Film the Dominican Republic website. They're probably like, nah, don't. This movie's bad. So now we're back at the hotel with Fred and the sister, and they're in frumpy ass bathing suits. It's upsetting.
That's right.
They're just hanging out at the pool.
She thinks her sister might be dead, and she's hanging out at the pool.
Well, no, she knows now that her sister is in the jungle filming for 3 days.
But somebody's killing people, so all right.
But somebody's killing people. Yeah. So he's using so they go to the crime scene, which is just open.
Yeah, sticks his fingers in the blood.
And he's using his detective skills and stuff. There's blood everywhere. So that begs the question. We literally saw the Monkey Man. If it wasn't the same house, a house next door dragging away another dead woman, did they not find her?
Yeah, it's just, no.
Who the fuck knows? And so he reveals, that woman died of a heart attack. She goes, what do you mean? He goes, I looked at the actual coroner report.
Oh.
She didn't die from blood loss. She had a heart attack. It means she was scared to death. What do you think scared him? And he opens up the wardrobe and there's scratch marks inside. She was hiding in the closet and something was in there with her. And then they hear something ruffling in the closet and you're like, oh man, is the little guy still in there? And somebody like off camera just throws a cat through the air.
Oh, that's right. There was a cat.
So I'm like, oh, that cat was catapulted. And then they hear another thing outside, and it's Dr. M's associate fleeing in the red pickup truck.
Well, he came in to look around. I guess he was looking for the Ratman. They're trying to capture him again.
Trying to capture that Ratman, because that Ratman gets out and he kills ladies.
Or he was looking for where he hides his copies of Playmen magazine.
Oh, Tim.
He's missing that November 1985 issue with Allegra Sophia, Miss Pompeii of 1985.
Miss Pompeii. Was she an actual just a skeleton and an ash impression? No? Okay.
Flesh and blood woman, and her favorite activity? Looking at men's ashes.
Let the record show my grin is frozen.
Her guilty pleasure? Feeling men's ashes. They're hot ashes.
Oh, God. Are we really going to do this? You're going to do the ash pun multiple times? You got nothing else?
Her favorite speech is the one JFK gave when he said,
ash not what you could do for
what your country could do for you. Her best concert? Pink Floyd live at Pompeii.
Wouldn't guess that one. Nice switch up. All right,
favorite TV show is Ash. Ash. That's it. Playmen Magazine, George.
Boo.
You knew it was coming. Playmen Magazine.
No, I didn't.
How could I resist?
We haven't recorded for a few weeks. I forgot. I was hoping you would forget a lot of this stuff.
Where's your list?
I was really hopeful. My list is at the
last
end.
Week.
I was really hoping you would forget the age-old question. I was really hoping. All right. So they get back after they don't catch the guy fleeing in the red pickup truck because we're actually not sure how they get there.
No, that's right.
Yeah. Maybe it's close to the hotel because then they're back at the hotel and the inspector, he's looking for them. He goes, "We found another girl. We think it might be your sister." I'm like, "Oh shit." They go to the morgue again and it's just some other random lady. I'm like, "Strike two."
But was she having her dress, wearing her dress also?
No, they just figure well, she's blonde. Anytime a woman dies, they just call this woman up. They're like, and first off, maybe this was the lady that was killed.
Maybe.
I don't know. That line is not connected. So now after two people have been presented to her as her dead sister, the sister is like, "I really need to go find Marilyn.
Right.
She's or Marlis, who's in the jungle."
Or Marilyn or Marilyn.
Or Marilyn, whatever their fuck her name is. Eva Grimaldi. Because then we cut to Eva. She's posing. More boobs, Tim.
In the woods, in the jungle.
Yep, she's doing all this weird pose. Very funny. The guy's like, "Yeah, baby, yeah, this is great. I look kind of like Flea," or as Tim said, Peter Fonda. And he's taking these photos. And she backs up into a cave. It's really funny because it's supposed to be the jungle, but it's clearly paved.
Yeah, it looks like a museum, or a lobby,
or something. And then suddenly blood starts falling on her.
Because wherever they are, Ratman's there. There's a dead body up there.
Wait a second, Tim. Whose body was that?
I don't know.
And they don't even really.
This time, at least, he calls the police.
Well, this time we join Marilyn, Monique, remember her,
yes.
and Mark. Which, first off, all three of their names are M's. Yeah. Marilyn, Monique, and Mark, and Peggy, who's the fourth one, Margaret. They're all M's. They drive into the town of St. Martin, and they're in their fucking red pickup. I'm like,
Jesus.
God damn it. I just saw that bright red pickup truck.
I think it's a small town and you can walk around if you want, but if there's a car there, you can drive around. That's all.
Maybe it's just like a group car. They're like, that's weird. So they pull up and Monique is sent because she doesn't get stalking lines, remember?
No.
They send Monique in to find someone, and the guy, Mark, and Marilyn or whatever the fuck her name is.
When they need to stop and get a phone and it's just an empty place, just to be clear?
They're in the town. Yeah. She's looking around.
No, but nobody's there.
And she disappears. And we see the photographer and the model sitting in the car being like, "I don't know. Why'd you send her by herself?" Okay, finally, he decides to go looking for her. He walks in the room. He finds it's bombed out. He finds a bloody doll.
Yeah, that's weird.
And maybe some bloody kids' clothes next to it. I couldn't tell what that was.
Yeah, it was a lot of blood. He finds a box he reaches into for no reason, just so he can reach towards the camera.
For reasons I do. I'm like,
was this movie 3D, I wonder? That would make a lot of sense. Him reaching the hand in, Ratman jumping on you.
Yeah, there was some. Maybe it was. I don't know, but I didn't see anything about that. Maybe they filmed it that way just in case. Yeah, he's reaching into a box. I'm like, well, he's getting his arm turned off. He does not. He never once, as he's looking for Monique, thinks to say, "Monique,
yeah.
Hey, Monique." He's just walking around. And then we see Monique finally.
Doesn't hear him.
She's in a bathroom and she's looking through trash.
She's looking for.
If she's looking for a phone, guess what, lady?
It's not in the trash.
Phones are seldom put in bathrooms. And if she's picking tiles off the ground, what is she doing?
She's redecorating her house. She found some good tiles.
And then while this is going on, we see Mousy in the background crawling out of the toilet, the critter from the shitter.
And
he just jumps on her and mauls her face.
Yeah, he chases around a bit. Or is that later?
I don't even remember that, does he?
He does jump on her face, yes. She screams.
I think he just jumps on her face, right? And she screams a few times.
And they can't get in there for some reason?
They can't get in because there's, like, we see on the outside where the photographer is that there's, like, a plank across the door. I'm like, buddy, you're in the right side. Open that door. And so
she
then,
stops
like,
screaming.
Way out in the car, Marilyn hears it. She's like, what's going on? He's like, I don't know. I hear them in there. They're screaming. She's like, they're not screaming anymore. I'm like, these people are idiots.
I don't know. What do they do after this? They keep looking around or they take off?
There's actually a weird cut here,
yeah,
which I will address.
It's odd.
But before we get to the cut, I am going to interrupt from my list. I decided this is a good spot. Yeah. Because Monique gets killed. Mm-hmm. And at this point I wrote my notes, why does Mousy wear clothes? Because I'm like, he's a fucking rat monkey, not a rat man. And then I also had remembered, did you see that the original name this was released in Italian, what it was called?
Ratatouille?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's good, Tim. Quella villa in fondo al parco.
Wow.
Which means...
rat monkey?
It means essentially that villa at the end of the park.
Really? That villa at the end of the park?
Which means to me that probably in Italian that this is all taking place around a park.
Yeah, okay.
Not a jungle, not a town and stuff. But and in Spanish it was released as La Rata Humana, which I'm like, the rat man? No, it's not. So here's my list. It's only 5, you'll be happy.
Sure.
Of better names for this movie.
I'm not happy. I want 10.
10? Well, I'll make 10 up. I'll make 5 up. Number 1, how about just call the movie Rat Monkey? Huh?
What?
He's supposed to be he's supposed to be a rat monkey. Why not call it what it is? Okay. Number 2, A Tale of Two Cars.
Nice.
Because there's only 2 cars.
Good.
3, Of Mice, Men, and Men.
Mm-hmm. Mice, Men, and
Number
Men.
4, The Two or So Locations of Dr. Moreau.
That's good.
and number 5, Psycho, but with a weird little rat monkey person instead of Norman Bates.
You're right.
Because it's very much...
It is. The sister comes looking for her sister.
The sister coming looking. Yeah. Yep. There's even the shower scene.
Yep.
I don't think this is just a coincidence. All right. So we cut back after this scene where they hear him screaming outside where something clearly got cut. And we have a brief scene with the sister and the writer. I don't remember what happened. Next thing we see is we're in a room with the photographer and Dr. M, who's bandaging his head. Because I didn't mention this. He trips and like bangs his head slightly while he's looking for. But we don't know what happened.
No.
Like, what happened?
And he's
like, there's a whole big scene missing.
There is. I guess they tell Dr. M the story.
Well, they must have encountered Dr. M or his associate. Like, they must have been either Dr. M found them there or they found Dr. M.
Yep.
They presumably just left their friend dead there.
Yep.
And this is also funny because like the photographer who was apparently in a relationship of sorts with Monique, really doesn't seem to be upset that his girlfriend was just eaten by a rat, as far as he knows. Like, I'm presuming we don't see that he didn't see the monster because they don't seem to know about the monster yet.
Did you write down what the doctor says though? Also, after they've been attacked by a rat man.
Which part? I have him talking about how beautiful the other woman is.
That's what I was saying. Your lady friend is a beautiful woman I've ever seen in quite a while.
Yeah, I feel like it's been 1,000 years since I've seen someone. I'm like, are we going to do a secret Dracula movie here? And then we cut to the shower scene I mentioned, more shades of Psycho.
Well, that shower scene was made for her. It's like long shots of her showering, long shots of her washing her breasts for like 4 minutes.
Yeah, man, she has the cleanest breasts in the world, Tim.
Yeah, why?
There's got to be like 5 minutes straight of her rubbing her boobs.
Why were her breasts so dirty, George?
Well, she did have her friend. She had blood dripping on her before. So she was talking about wanting to shower. So there is that reason. Well, and it did fall on her chest. So maybe that's why. Tim, is this a good screenplay?
Yes.
Is she scrubbing her boob? But then why do we see her butt and her other area? We saw everything, Tim.
I know everything. But
Kevin Cablasto.
Saw everything.
Big recommend for you, buddy.
But she's washing her breast. Her breasts are so dirty because number one.
Oh, still is. Yes.
Mark insisted.
We're going to get canceled for this episode.
Mark insisted she hold the loosely tied bag of marinara sauce they got at that marinara sauce drive-in through. Because this takes place in Italy.
Like, oh, because it takes place in the Dominican Republic, famous for its marinara sauce.
Mark often does the job of washing her breasts, but believe it or not, he's blind in one eye and only washes one of them.
Stupid. That sucks.
They've been in the jungle for a week without any breast soap, but luckily the doctor had some. There you go. It's my list. They're
right.
canceled.
That's good. We are definitely getting canceled. So while this is happening, we switch to scenes outside where the Ratman is watching her,
yes,
like as she showers. And then she gets out of the shower and she's looking in a mirror. And there's a scene where she totally sees him in reflection and turns around and it occurs to me at this point, like, why did they, at this point, they're kind of being weird about showing the monster, even as if you could say a little tiny person is a monster. But we had already had such a clear shot of him in the beginning. I wonder if that was like reshoots. Like they're being vague. Like he's always in shadows. You saw him come in the toilet. We've seen him 100 times. Never mind.
It's best to keep him in the shadows.
I was just thinking this movie was made better than it was. Yeah. If he was in the shadows and we only got a reveal at the end,
that would have been better.
Maybe something.
Yep.
So she comes out and there are three of them, her, the photographer, and Dr. M are hanging out. And she's like, well, can we call for the police? He's like, I'm sorry, we have no phone. And while they're talking, like you just see completely cast on the wall the shadow of this little monkey guy. And she's like, there's a guy over there. And Dr. M's like, wait here, I'm going to go get somebody. He runs into the room where his associate guy's just been like laying there on a bare mattress.
His name's Antonio.
He's like,
I wrote it down here.
Oh, Antonio?
Yes.
He's like, Antonio, you got to stay up all night and catch Mousy.
It's this rat. It's his constant job.
And the fact that they keep calling him Mousy too, it's just like, it's not intimidating.
No, it's not.
Call him Ratty. That's better.
That's not good either.
Also, really the scariest of the, like he's not a mouse at all. He is a rat and he's a monkey. Monkeys are a lot scarier than rats. Yeah.
Although most people are afraid of rats. If
true.
you were a rat puppet,
Tim,
better. Yeah.
Which would you rather? Okay.
Rat.
2-part question. You would, if you were taking like sexy photos, producer Miss Lee's taking photos, you're doing all these exotic poses, your nipples are popping on the side of your shirt.
Yes.
Would you rather have a rat drop on you or a monkey drop?
Oh, a rat. So I want that monkey to rip my face off.
Yeah, the monkey would rip off your face or your nipples.
It's got monkeypox too.
We cut to a tall guy renting a car. I'm like, what is this? Are we getting just another
this
character?
is such a long scene. Did you understand what it was for?
It was to show that they were tracking her car.
Yeah, and that she's late, and like it's 2 days late. That's no big deal. I guess that happens.
I think they said 2 weeks late.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Or they're like, we don't report it for 2 weeks. I'm like, that seems like a bad business model. It was very long and very unnecessary in a movie that didn't even see fit to see how the three main characters got together. We went from she's inside that room screaming and just stopped to being bandaged up by Dr. Moreau. They didn't give us that, but they showed us this scene of a tall guy checking on the phone while a woman's on checking a car out.
Right.
So now we go back. Marilyn or whatever his name is asleep. Yep. She's not naked, but you can still see a lot. So
Jesus, yeah.
Cablasto. Plus.
This movie was made for her.
Ratman's watching her.
He's climbing up he climbed up the curtains like a cat. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, and he gets inside her bed and gets caught in the sheets.
And she runs away screaming.
He's going, squeak, squeak, squeak. She runs screaming. She runs into Mark's room and she grabs him and she's like, oh, God, Mark. And then she realizes he's dead. He's already been killed by the monkey man.
I thought that was pretty good for a crappy movie. Good, a good surprise.
You did?
Yeah, for this movie.
Okay. Yeah.
I didn't expect it. I thought they were going to both run around the house. Yeah. So
this movie, I will say for the most part, like we've already talked, there were so many parts we expected other things to happen. This movie doesn't take the expected routes a lot. No. It doesn't necessarily make it good.
Nope.
So she's freaking out there because he's dead. Yep. And then like Dr. M and Antonio run in. So Dr. M's like, right, we have to make plans. Antonio, go get him.
That's all he says.
And so we have a close-up of Ratman chewing the light cord.
Yeah, lights go out. He doesn't get electrocuted.
So
no sparks.
Yep. Well, rats do chew lights.
They do.
The cords, I guess. So we follow Antonio into a room full of all the cage rats, which I guess he never burned.
No, didn't do his job.
And Mousy's in there, of course, and pulls out his eyes.
That's right. Pulls out Antonio's eyes.
And I'm going to say something a little bit mean here. Yeah. I'm going to say something mean here. the real Nelson De La Rosa, you could see the way Seckles syndrome worked in him. His hands didn't seem like they were very functional.
No, I felt bad.
Like he lost a lot of dexterity, it seems, of his hands. So there's a couple scenes in this movie where it's like, I don't know if it's really his hands or if they made little models of him, but they kind of like, it's a camera view where it's like Tim says, this is maybe 3D. Like these hands are just kind of coming at you and flapping.
Yes, they're rubbery.
And we kind of see those hands like flapping at the camera. Next thing you pull back and there's blood coming out of Antonio's eyes. And he's like, he does not respond big enough.
No, he just falls over and then...
A little guy pulls my eyes out. The shit I flip. He falls over. He says like, oh, mamma mia.
Oh, no. We're going to go there.
And he falls down and then the Ratman eats him.
Ratman eats him up. Ratman says, hey, these are some spicy meatballs.
He goes, needs more marinara. What other offensive Italian things can we say?
That's all
here?
I'm saying.
Yeah. All right. So now we get the backstory, which we were all craving for.
Okay.
Like, why was there an abandoned village? Oh, I was supposed to realize there was an abandoned village? I just thought it was just like one house. So Dr. Moreau's telling Marilyn, he's like, so I created this creature. I wanted it to make me super famous.
Want to get the Nobel Prize?
Yeah, but the village people were very scared of what I did. And he escaped.
Thought I'd be famous. Yeah, that's the weirdest thing. Yeah. I thought he'd be famous for making a rat hybrid. Really?
Yeah, he said it was the instincts of a rat and the intelligence of a monkey. Both of those things should still put you well below humans. Like, hey, let's take that animal that's kind of smart but not quite as smart as a human, and that animal that's, pretty resilient but is really small, and let's make one that's slightly bigger. Like, I'm not convinced that like anybody couldn't just like, I don't be a dick to Nelson De La Rosa's family or this. If that little guy came at me, I would kick him so hard.
Mm-hmm. I know.
But everyone just kind of goes like waves their hands over their face, and all of a sudden he's up in their head and they're shaking him, and then he eats him.
If you put,
but I'm cutting onto a list.
No, if you put a rat and a monkey together, you'd have to get 2,000 monkeys in a room to like write a novel, right?
At least you're right, Tim. You're right, because they brings the intelligence. Oh, you're right. He wouldn't even be as smart as a monkey. No. He'd be a dumber monkey.
He would be.
This is a bad movie.
But yeah, I have a list of other things he thought he'd be famous for, because he thought he'd be famous for this stupid thing.
Okay.
He thought making a hybrid of a short Italian man and a penguin would make him famous for creating the Cobblepot.
I'm very mad. You'll see why later. Okay.
Thought he'd be famous for a hybrid of a donut and a croissant. He wants to call it the dosant. Yeah. Jeez.
I like that one because I have a history with cronuts.
He wanted to make a hybrid of a brainless donkey and the boiled hind legs of a frog, and he'd call it Eric Trump. Yeah?
I was going to say, that sounds like Eric Trump.
All right.
He really does have an amphibian quality about him, doesn't he?
I think so.
He looks moist and semi-translucent. But he can lick his own eye, too.
Oh, no. I want to see that.
We cut to the sister of Marilyn. She's in town with the writer guy.
Oh, they do point out Ratman has a venom that's no cure. So I don't know what that came out of nowhere.
Again, well, that's that leptoprocosis thing.
Is there no cure?
This version is.
And he said,
I honestly feel like that's not a part that's in the movie because we never see him bite anybody and they get paralyzed. I honestly think that when they dubbed this, they threw that in as a couple of lines to explain how this little tiny person kills people.
He said he evades all traps.
Yep.
Yeah, I think
he goes into the village and they think it's a curse that a half man, half monsters around them. So they've all fled the town.
Oh, Fred and Terry are driving to find their sister this whole time, by the way. We keep cutting back to them.
Yep. And they go into the town, the ghost town, and he's like, I've thought of the name of my next book, The Ghost Stop. I thought that was going to come from nothing. They hear something
and leave. He just has to talk about his books.
That's it. They do nothing.
They do nothing.
So then we cut back to and also what's funny is it's daytime for them, right?
I didn't notice that.
Oh, no. They stay, they say they're going to stay at a hotel because she's like, I'm sure knowing my sister, she's asleep at the first hotel we'll see.
Yeah.
And we'll go there in the morning. So they decide they're going to stay at a hotel. Dr. M and Marilyn are back at his place, wherever that is. They have the red pickup truck, one of two vehicles, because the white car is being driven by the sister and Fred. And they're going to leave.
With all his papers.
They get into the car, and he's like, oh, wait, I realized I forgot my research paper.
Yes, I forgot my Playmen magazines.
And my Playboy magazines, including the one with Zephyr. What was her name?
Sophia.
So she's like, what? Just get him later. He's like, no, I can't. He goes in the house, and of course, what happens? He gets eaten by Ratman immediately.
And Marilyn, she doesn't have the keys.
She hears the screams from the car as it's going, and she's like, oh, and she realizes he took the keys. So she's just fucking stuck there. She's like, all right. So this is her big hero moment. She goes back in the house. We see she kind of screws herself up ready, storms in the house, finds the corpse of the doctor. Mm-hmm. She gets the keys off it, goes back out to the car, and of course, because he's everywhere at once, the monkey man's in the car and attacks her. She runs back into the house, which seems the bad place, move.
Yeah.
You had comfortable shoes on. Just, his feet are so little. Yeah. You just run that way. Right. So she runs back in the house. She finds a phone. Doesn't work. It's not connected.
She just gets stuck in a room puts the refrigerator against the wall. Because he
has a gun all of a sudden, which I didn't catch where that was from.
A gun?
She must have gotten off the doctor. I don't know.
Ratman.
She shoots at the monkey man a few times, but doesn't hit him.
He eats his way through the doors.
Wait. Let's stop. Get this to it. She gets into the kitchen, closes the door. He's scratching outside. She pushes the fridge inside the door, and she's like, and she hears him scratching. She's like, oh, and then
she sleeps all night there.
It's all night. We see another scene of the sister and the writer driving towards the house. Mm-hmm. And then we cut Marilyn still in the room. It's morning now. Mm-hmm. And she's looking around for water. She was drinking all night. She opens up the fridge, and apparently he burrowed through the back of the door into the fridge. He jumps out of the fridge. He's so little.
Yes.
As Tim said, he can't walk really. He just kind of stands there with his hands up, and he's like, mm-hmm. I'm sorry.
I know.
I would kick him like a football.
Yes.
He would go flying through.
And again, unexpected choice here. She's dead. The minute her sister and Fred arrive, she gets murdered. Yeah.
So then sister and Fred arrived here. There's a thing we should have mentioned in addition to this movie's bad about women. There's always this thing where the men go to places you have to wait in the car. This is too much for you. So he's like, you wait here just in case. She's like, what? Fuck you sexist piece of shit.
You'll faint.
They're walking through. They find Mark's body. She's screaming, the woman. Then they find the doctor, and she's screaming, and she's almost puking. And we see Ratman above her Then they find the dead sister. Third time's the charm. Yes. I'm like, what is this movie doing?
She screams.
And then, inexplicably, we're back at the police station.
We are.
We saw the little monkey man above her head. He's killed. I wish I'd kept track, but I would say he probably kills 12 people in this movie.
That we know of.
There's the lady that he drags away. There's, I'm not even going to try to.
No.
So the writer's yelling at the inspector. They're just saying, you guys are bad cops. And she's like, I just want to go home. She doesn't seem like she's someone who'd be upset about finding her. No. She goes, I just want my sister's personal effects.
Yep.
And so the inspector calls to the woman who's supposed to be handling the effects, and he just hears a weird monkey noise on the phone. And we cut over there, and we see that she's being killed by the Ratman, who I guess was in her bag.
Yep, he was in her bag.
Yep. So another cop goes down and gets the bag. He's a tall guy. Mm-hmm. There's a dead woman laying by the desk. I'm sorry, how did he not see her? He just grabs this little bag.
He's got body blindness, George. Doesn't see body. That's why it's such a bad police department.
They really, these cops really are terrible. They are. But everyone here is an idiot. They carry the bag, which is about the size of a typical
carry-on bag. Yeah, it's like a bowling ball bag, I'd say.
Bowling ball bag is actually good. That's exactly the size. Yep. And he gives it to her. She apparently never looks inside. They go to the airport. Her and
Fred buys some newspapers. That has nothing to do with the plot, and they buy a rat book. You see that?
There's a scene. They arrive at the airport because now I guess they're a couple or at least friends. They're flying back together. He's like, you handle check-in. I'll get us something to read. So they maybe don't know about rat monsters, but they certainly know that it appears a rat ate the sister.
Yeah. So
this fucking idiot feels like it's a good idea to buy her a book on rats.
Yep. Oh, is that for her? I didn't notice.
Yeah, He gives it to her.
That's right. He's
like, he goes, you read this. I'll read the newspaper.
I'll read the Playmen magazine.
The Playmen magazine.
I love that name, Playmen.
She checks on her tiny ass bag. We see it going in the luggage thing. We hear Then we see Southwest Airlines flight taken off. I'm like, does Southwest knew it was in this film?
No, I don't think so.
Southwest Airlines, the official airline of rat monkeys. And then
Just hear,
as it's taking off, we just hear screaming.
I was like, that's the best part of this whole movie. They just made this a comedy.
Oh, man.
That's a better movie, Ratman on that airplane.
Yeah, like snakes on a plane?
Yeah. I never saw that movie, but...
Nobody did. That was no problem, right? Everybody just talked about it. Yeah.
You know what I think we're in for these movies? A lot of bad dubbing so that we see these weird things in the plot that make no sense.
It would be cool if we could somehow find, like, sometimes we're like this, I feel like, not that this would have ever made sense. There's a few things that got lost in translation for sure.
Oh, I can't watch subtitles and take notes, George.
That's a good point, Tim.
You remember I had this new little feature? People of the Day. This was 1988. What did people of the day think of this movie, George?
Oh, the last time you did this was such a failure.
It was so good.
You couldn't even keep the internal logic. You couldn't keep the internal logic of your joke. You had no. All right, go. Let's see how bad it is this time.
Eddie Murphy. He was a big star in 1988. Mm-hmm. He said he saw bits of this film, but he said, "I hope it's not coming to America." Yeah, he said that. Okay. The Traveling Wilburys.
He should have checked out the raw footage.
Yeah, good one.
Traveling Wilburys.
That was 84. Traveling Wilburys, they all felt they wanted to see a sequel to Ratman, but felt this was the end of the line for this movie series.
And then because they were the Traveling Wilburys, the sequel would have been called Ratman 3. Because they famously did Volume 1 and Volume 3.
Well, number 2 got stolen. We've had that discussion.
Yeah, you've said that. I know this much about the Traveling Wilburys because you talk about them.
Ronald Reagan said, "Where's my jelly beans?" I forget how he sounded. Well, where's my jelly beans?
It's better than bedtime for Bonzo.
Bonzo,
whatever it was.
Now we have the part of the show where Tim and George talk about how this movie is like Star Wars and Labyrinth.
Okay. This movie was about a hybrid creature they created by injecting the sperm of a rat into the egg of a monkey, right, George? Well, Star Wars was created by injecting the sperm of a nerd into Ray Harryhausen. Yeah, that's all that came up.
That was terrible. All right, and I like to compare it to 1986, I think it was, Labyrinth. Mm-hmm. I just wrote Goblin because I was going to make a long joke about like a weird misshapen little creature, and I'm like, it feels bad for Nelson, so let's just say they both had little goblins in them.
Okay, nothing smelled bad in this movie.
I don't. Probably everything.
That toilet that he was in,
the critter in the shitter.
He did look.
You got to figure
similar to a little bit similar to what's that main character, the Muppet that walks around.
RFK
Hoggle.
Jr. Yeah, RFK Jr.
Yeah. All three of them. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, there's a look. There's a look of evil monsters.
Should have been a Muppet. That's all I say. Would have been better.
Should have been. All right, should we do sequels?
Wherever you are, wherever you're hiding, I'll find you. Revenge sequels, yeah. You want to go first?
No.
With your penguin stuff?
I hate so much that you got that already. So as we see, this movie ends with the Ratman on an airplane. And let's just say a pitch battle escapes. People are freaking out, but there's no way he kills everybody, right? Somebody takes off their shoe and beats him unconscious. They stick him back in the bowling bag. They arrive in the United States, and they go to get him, and oh no, Tim.
He's gone.
He's gone again. They're like, we have to stop leaving this guy in little tiny cages. They're easy to break out of. He escapes into, I don't know, let's just say New Jersey. That seems like a good place. Okay. And he lives an existence on the edge of civilization there, right? Living in the sewers, killing thousands of women, just being a real typical New Jerseyan. Turns out he was not the only creature made by Dr. M. Dr. M made a second horrible mutant, putting the sperm of a cat into the ovum of a monkey, which he inexplicably calls Catwoman.
Nice.
No women there. Just should have been called Cat Monkey.
Should have.
Nope. So once again, we have something not as smart as a monkey, and a little bit stronger than a cat, but still well within the range of what a human should be able to pick up. She has inexplicably, the same way that Ratman had the poison, she has on her claws, you get scratched, explosive diarrhea.
Oh, jeez. Not toxoplasmosis. Come on.
Nope. Explosive diarrhea. The second you get scratched, you launch wet shit out of your ass.
Better be a long walk to a certain joke.
Oh, it is, man. So these two kind of like, she's been, she's a cat. Cats kill rats.
Okay.
She has a built into genetic code that she has to kill this rat man. It's not out of any higher altruism. It's just that this guy is half monkey like me. I must kill him. So they have this series of pitched battles. It's very exciting. And then their final encounter is disturbed by a third, the most horrific, misshapen monstrosity of all.
Okay.
Danny DeVito.
Poor Danny.
Yeah, he simply grabs the two of them because they're little tiny creatures, bangs them together. Then he throws them into a wood chipper, turns them into meat, and sells them to Jersey Mike subs.
Why would he do that? Why would Danny DeVito do that?
He's the spokesman for Jersey subs, isn't he? Yeah, I think so.
I say so. You say so.
Also, he played the Penguin in Batman Returns.
I thought we were going to get a penguin.
And this movie is called...
What? Penguin Meat.
Ratman Returns. Yep.
That's the end?
That's the end.
Wow. I thought we were going to get Danny DeVito. I thought you were going to inject the sperm of a penguin into the ovum of a nun. And...
No, that would have been good. No, I wanted you to think I was going away. I just wanted to have Danny DeVito as the most horrific, misshapen monstrosity of all. That was my whole joke.
Living in Brooklyn, I'm going to point out a mistake in your story.
Oh,
Cats kill rats. So I live here in Brooklyn. There's a building next to ours that leaves its garbage in a pile, and there's always rats. And we're always like, clean up your garbage. There's rats coming in our yard. And if you look out there, sometimes you see a stray cat. What's a stray cat doing? Just sitting there with a rat. Just frolicking.
Yeah, they don't. Rats.
They don't.
Rats really don't. Cats don't have a good incentive to eat rats.
No,
like they're a little bit too big.
Too big. Too ferocious. All right. Plot hole.
This movie was a plot hole.
So I just have some reasons I don't want to see any of the sequels they had planned, George. Because here's the sequels they had planned. Ratatouille. That's where Ratman is a little rat guy who likes to arrange flowers. So he hides in Judy Henry's hair and makes her do the best flower arrangements, and she wins contests until inevitably Ratman eats her brains, and thus she has to get fired. But not before she sings a song written by Elton John and Tim Rice. It's a beautiful movie.
I'm looking up who Judy Henry is.
Nobody. It's just for the story.
Oh, you just chose it?
The other movie
Then why Elton John?
He writes music for like Disney and Pixar movies. Mostly Disney.
But not Ratatouille.
Who wrote that one,
He did
George?
fucking Lion King. I don't know.
See?
I don't think there was music in that one.
It's a broad joke. I thought there was music in Ratatouille.
You shouldn't call them broads. They're called women.
The other movie, George? Ratatouille, but spelled T-W-O.
You shouldn't have killed you. Oh, you shouldn't have used your Ratatouille joke there.
There's a little rat man in this movie who likes music, and he hides under the big tuba hat of Will, the tuba player. He teaches him how to use his two lips to play the greatest tuba solo ever. But eventually, Ratman eats the kid's brains, but not before he plays the best tuba solo written by Elton John and Tim Rice.
I also want to let you know I looked up Ratatouille
Has no
is
music.
not a musical. No, Michael Giacchino wrote the score, but he
We got one more.
Let's hear it. Wait, let me guess. I don't know. Go on.
Rat-a-tat-tat. It's
Rat-a-tat. Oh, I almost made a rat-a-tat joke.
It's a period piece. Ratman would be under the hat in the 1930s. He'd be under the hat of Al Capone. He teaches him how to be the best machine gunner ever. But he also teaches Al how to make it with all the ladies without using protection. So eventually he catches syphilis and he dies. Singing about VD in a song written by Gene Simmons of Kiss.
Gene Simmons. Oh, he would know. Good one,
That's it.
Stim.
So don't remake those movies.
Okay. Don't remake this. Also, unfortunately, Mr. De La Rosa is dead, so... but then again, there's not much you could just replace him with a hand puppet.
You could. So. Poor guy. Well, he got to be in movies.
He did. I mean, according to something I read about him, he was the inspiration for Mini-Me.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Which is
because of the exact way that What's-His-Face was carrying around him in...
I think that's a little mean.
The Island of Dr. Moreau. Yeah, no, I think it sounds like this poor guy, was given a difficult hand in life. And there was a lot of people in power looking at that Boston Red Sox pitcher and looking at fucking Jor-El, who kind of fetishized him in a way that is inhumane, but he made the best of it. And so, Mr. De La Rosa, this episode is for you.
Yeah. And who did Mini-Me? What's that? That's
Vern Troyer.
Oh, no. I mean,
that's his name.
Who does those comedies?
Michael Myers.
Michael Myers. I do also think it's mean that he did the fat suit because I'm not like it can't be funny, but I just think of yourself as an actor. You spend 10 hours putting on a fat suit to make a fat joke. I mean, in that 10 hours, wouldn't you be like, is this a good idea? I'm just putting on a fat suit and making fun of a fat man. That was the joke. Anyway.
All right. Do we get any mail?
I checked earlier, and you tell me not to check again. Let's see.
Check again now.
Nope.
I did mean to send a piece of mail while we were recording today just to fuck with you, but I forgot.
So.
All right.
No mail.
All right. No mail. Welcome back, SEDDY BIMCO. Write to us, God damn it.
Yeah.
SEDDYBIMCO@gmail.com. So we're continuing our world tour.
Do it, George.
So I chose a movie. This is an interesting one. In much the same way that your film you're counting as an Italian, this is a production. This is a SEDDY BIMCO alum.
Okay.
A recent alum.
Oh, England.
Mr. Roger Corman did a series of films in Argentina.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's producing them. They were filmed originally in Spanish. They've been dubbed and such. The movie I have chosen, you can get it on Tubi. It's called either the Barbarian Queen, also known as Queen of the Naked Steel. Steel like the metal, not the thievery.
Oh, this is not the naked Amazon women one we watched, right?
No, we already saw that one. What was that? Golden Temple Amazons?
Yes.
I think it's pretty closely. Imagine if that movie had been made as a Roger Corman film production. So I'm expecting great things from this.
Is this 70s?
Tim, this is 85.
Oof.
Yeah, and it's a Roger Corman produced. It's actually directed by a man named Hector Oliveira.
Interesting.
Who is Argentinian? It's just the connection. It's a real Argentinian film. The connection of Corman made me excited, which made it jump to
I'm excited.
The top of the pile. Yeah.
All right, we did it.
Expecting some real
That's
trash.
Amazing.
All right,
is that it?
World tour.
Are we saying goodbye?
I think so. Yeah, let's go bye.
All right, goodbye, everybody. Go your own way.
Bye, everybody. Go your own way.
This has been a Pity Party Line production.
Party line, it's a party line.
And which is not his power in this movie. His power is invulnerable. He's just also really huge. So it's the same actor in a huge fat suit. And Wolverine says, "Hey, bub, I don't want any trouble." And he goes, "Did you just call me Blob?"
Wow.
And that's really what happens.
Wow.